Welcome to Wellness Maricopa at MCC's Mindful Minutes. When you hear the word mindfulness, what comes to mind? Being more centered, reducing stress? With these podcasts, which you can find on the MCC's wellness webpage at www.mesacc.edu/employees/wellness-employees, you can explore ways to become more mindful and integrate them into your everyday life. Have fun exploring and stay mindful and well. Hi there again, Debbie.
Hi, Gail.
How are you doing today?
I'm great. I had a good night's sleep last night.
Oh, I love sleep. I wish I could get more of it. Many of us, in my circle anyway, find it's challenging to fall asleep in spite of being exhausted. And if sleep comes, it doesn't stay long, and the ceiling and its spinning fan becomes my best friend. How would mindfulness help with sleep?
Mindfulness can help with sleep, but there's a few things that we should talk about before we get to the mindfulness perspective.
Of course.
There is a meme I just recently saw that I think really speaks to this well. Me, let me sleep. Brain, LOL, no. Let's stay awake and remember every stupid decision we ever made in our life.
Sounds
Me,
familiar.
okay. So we can work with the mind and mindfulness, and that's where we'll go here shortly. But I want to just point to a few other possibilities because there's many possibilities for lack of sleep. A good place to look is inquiring into our caffeine intake. For many people, it's 5 hours is the average time for the half-life of caffeine. For some people, it's 9 hours. So look at caffeine and chocolate would be a good place to look first. Another aspect of good sleep and restful sleep is sleep hygiene. So a few things we can look at is beverages before bed. It's horrible to fall asleep and then have the bladder knocking to wake you up. So you can look at that. Temperature of your room, nice and cool. Cooler the better. And then do a snooze fast. The things that we consume, whether it be food, caffeine, beverage, whatever, we can also overconsume with things that are mentally unsettling. And so look at what we're consuming, especially the few hours right before bed. Technology can just be stowed and perhaps go back to the old-fashioned book instead of the screen light. And then lastly, and there are many other ideas in the realm of health and wellness, but lastly is to create some type of bedtime rituals. One of my favorites is to brush your teeth before you go to bed. But there's also gratitude reflections and maybe a cool bath, warm bath. But what we're here for is to look at a mindfulness meditation to help sleep arrive. Often we'll notice that our mind is filled with distractions. There's a lot of busyness and movement in the mind. There's restlessness as well. And so what we want to try and do is bring all that energy out of the mind and let it dissipate in the body. The truth be told is often all of that is in the mind throughout the day. We're just so distracted we don't see it until we stop. And so we'll do a practice that will help ground the body, soften, soothe, relax the body to call sleep forward. So become comfortable with the body if it's possible, depending on where you are. This practice is best done lying down. The lying down posture is an invitation for sleep. So assuming that you're lying down, bring awareness to the body. Closing the eyes fully, invitation of sleep again. Feel the weightiness of the lids cloaking the eyes, as though the lids were a blanket, inviting rest. taking in the body as a whole. Feeling heels, calves, bottom, back, shoulders, head. And then bring awareness to the breath, always there. And begin to breathe a bit slower and deeper. Full breaths. Complete exhales. Lengthening the exhale just slightly without strain to activate the parasympathetic system. And then invite a mantra. Resting. 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 Knowing that the body is about 70% water, we'll begin moving through the body, noticing where the water has turned to the hard density of ice. And as we find these places of tightness and tension, invite a melting. Beginning at the calves, just scanning for any tension, and invite softening, melting. Moving to the thighs, softening, melting. The bottom and low back, softening, melting. The upper back and shoulders. Feel the melting into the bed or floor, sofa, the whole body melting. Any tension in the arms and the hands, giving way and softening. The head and the face, the jaw and forehead, just melting. There's a softness moving from ice, changing form to flowing water. And just as the earth holds the stream, the earth is holding and receiving us. Supporting, comforting. and gravity is providing a blanket, comfort. There's no need to hold anything. Thoughts have melted. Emotions have melted. All have been given away. And we rest in comfort. Breathing and being. May sleep be peaceful.